What's up, everybody? It's Mickey coming back to you with a video, and I got a ton of random stuff that I've picked up over the last few weeks or so, like 3 stacks. I don't think I showed these on YouTube yet. These are the ones I picked up closer to like 3 weeks ago. So let's get into it. First, I got these right before the playoffs or during the first round. Out of 199 to Jaden Higgins. Um, I just think he's gonna be good. So not that, just a little stash piece, you know. Now we got some PC stuff. Out of 81, Kyle McCord. Only picking up a little Kyle McCord because he's probably never gonna play in the league. But when I see low number stuff like that for a couple bucks, gonna pick it up all day. This one I might have overpaid on a little bit. He doesn't have many cards. Still not that expensive, but like probably paid like $3 for this. Out of 149. One of the Bears' best defenders this year. I think he led the NFL in picks. Nashawn Wright, and he caused the fumble on the tush push. I don't think we're gonna re-sign him, but he was really good for us. Next, Fleer Devin Hester rookie. I actually did not have a Hester rookie, so that's my first one. That one was literally $1, so I couldn't pass that up. I need to get some graded Hester stuff. Next, we have 3 old school X Fractors that I picked up on the cheap from the same seller. Out of 500 from O2, Brian Greasy. And for the same price as the Brian Greasy, I got the X Fractor out of 250 of Derek Mason. Sometimes, like, again, like, this is a lot of this is stuff that's like stuff like this isn't necessarily for my collection. I don't intend on keeping it, stuff like this, but I don't intend on not keeping it. It's just if I see something that's cool and I think sounds cheap or feels cheap, I'm gonna pick it up. And this is '04 out of 300 or '05, 2004. Carlos Boozer. That's his third year refractor. Back when he was still on the Jazz, but former Bull. Next, we got a couple random 90s pickups. These were, I think all of these cards were $1 a piece. Arvydas Sabonis, Skybox rookie. Yeah, then these, I just think these holo cards are so cool. I know there's like 40,000 of each of these made. But every time I see these for $1, well, not every time, but I just like picking up stars of Drunk Wax stuff. So I got a Hakeem and a Chuck. Super fun right there. Next, Darren Erstad, double diamond out of 3,000. I initially thought the non-rookies for this stuff are worth way more, but they're not. It's only the rookies, or like if it's like Griffey or Michael Jordan or something. Like this was like $1, and I was like, dude, is this secretly like a $5 card? It's like, no, it's maybe not even worth the dollar I paid for it. But I like Darren Erstad. I don't know if it was 99 or 2000. Darren Erstad had an insane season. I think like I could be wrong. I think like it was 2000 or 99. Darren Erstad like randomly in one of his first years was like top 15 in MVP voting, and then just like was mediocre to below average the rest of his career. Next, really cool for the Bears PC. This is 94 Stadium Club, second year Junior Seau. Mike Singletary insert. Super cool right there. This out of 97, Cardinals first round pick from this past year, Walter Nolan. For that price, why not? And then kind of the same thing as this. Like, no, just saw like a 1976 Franco Harris. Why not? Shout out Franco Harris. And then kind of the same vibe. Just vintage. I mean, I guess it is vintage, but it's like it's like not vintage, it's just vintage. 88 Neil Anderson. And then Topps Tiffany, Jimbo Covert. Don't really have a lot of Bear stuff like that, so why not? And then we got from that same batch of purchases, Paul Konerko. I don't know if I had this or not. This is from 97. So this is his second year or third year card. Then another Konerko out of 850 from 2007 Sweet Spot. Jose Abreu. I think this is the retail blue from 14 update, but a rookie card that isn't a base rookie card of a guy that's probably going to get his number retired by the Sox all day. Jose Abreu, he has a weird market. I've gotten like sometimes his stuff is super expensive, but then there was a point where I got two Abreu like fourth year autographs out of 10. This is like 2 years ago for like $4 a piece. But it's like then sometimes his like graded rookies and like his but then like his second year auto that's nothing will go for like $20. It makes no sense. Then two Frank Thomases I didn't have. Virtual reality. Never even seen this card before. I just think it's a really cool image. And then I need to get the refractor version of this eventually, but the 94 Bowman's Best base. And then this one, this is the only card out of everything I purchased that I kind of regret buying. Cause I probably only overpaid by like $4 for this, but I don't know if I thought it was the Chrome version, and it's an 8.5, but it's graded. Still didn't pay that much for it. But this is in his Sox days, back when he was a throw-in. James Shields was traded for Eric Johnson, and Fernando Tatis Jr. was a throw-in, which makes the trade even worse. But Fernando Tatis Jr. graded 8.5 paper rookie. You know, it doesn't hurt to have one Tatis in a White Sox uniform back in those days. Okay, where do we? Because one of these is I'm trying to sort this by like the lot that I picked it up in. So these go here. Yeah, I think it's this. And then the bottom. Okay, this is sorted in no... Okay, this is like 3 different purchases together that I guess I was taking pictures for Instagram and it's sorted in a silly way. So, yeah, a lot of these were... like picked up like 37 cards for like $38 shipped. Another one, like it was like 12 of these for like $14. This is just low end stuff. And there were 2 cards that were a little more than $1 that I'll show at the end. So just fun stuff that I see, like, know what? This is fun. Let's get it. It's a fun little card to have. Need to stop doing that because at some point there's just too much shit. 2007 UD Reserve, Ginobili. 17 Prism, Jerry West. 99 Holographics Marino. What's up, Brad? Let me know if you need that one. It's all you, baby. Okay, so when I said that 94 was a second year Seiya, I guess it was like a fourth year Seiya because his rookie was in 1990. I know it scored, but it didn't have a Seiya rookie, so why not? Same thing, Pinnacle, but Orlando Pace, just legend rookie cards, and same type of vibe. This is Edge, but Tony Gonzalez. So that's cool right there. Now, this is some modern cheap stuff. Is this 2024? It is 2024. But so these are like the retail prisms, but Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, stuff like this when it's picked up for about $1, slightly less or more a card. It's just fun to me. This is not numbered, but this dude, I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year, but this dude might be a stud. He can pass it a little bit. I like his game. Derek Queen. And this is also who I wanted the Bulls to take at pick 12. He was there. And we needed a center. Like even with Vucevic, we needed a center. Derek Queen, and he's killing it. Skyview, kind of a clean card. Reed Shepard. He's at least a sharpshooter. I don't know if he's going to meet his number 3 pick value, but Iowa legend. What's up, Josh? Keegan Murray, blue wave or shimmer or blue shit refractor. Number 2 overall pick, Alexander Sarr, like green prism silver. He's playing okay. Better than Ricochet, I'll say that. And this is like the tip-off parallel from the new Chrome, or new Tops. I want to get, I think, modern cards of old dudes. And I think Bill Russell, I want to get vintage Bill Russell stuff. I think Bill Russell is the most underappreciated player of all time. And it sickens me that we talk about like Wilt. And I know people don't not talk about Bill Russell, but it's just like, like I do agree, Wilt Chamberlain is overrated. And you know why he's overrated? Because Bill Russell exists. If Wilt Chamberlain was so goddamn good, then why did he only win 2 titles in his career? Wilt Chamberlain, I believe, played 14 seasons. In 8 of those seasons, he averaged over 35 points a game. And he won 2 rings. Neither of those 2 rings were in the seasons that he averaged these crazy 40 and 25 numbers. The 2 rings he won was one where he missed, I think, I think it was the only title in the 60s that the Celtics did not win. I think it was in 66 when Philly won. And he didn't take a backseat. I think he missed a couple games, but he still averaged like 25. And then the second title he won was when he was averaging like 18 points a game or 20 points a game on the Lakers at the end of his career. Wilt Chamberlain was putting up the definition of empty numbers. Matter of fact, it's not like the Celtics stopped everybody. Like Bob Pettit got one. I mean, Bob McAdoo's a little later. Maurice Stokes, Jack Twyman, all of them are killing it. But, like, if Wilt Chamberlain was so good in averaging 40 points a game, it's like, how did he not win MVP every year and win every single time if he was this greatest athlete of all time? Because he wasn't even... He's the best scorer in the 60s, sure. But I don't even know if he's... Is he even clearly the second best center in the 60s that's not Bill Russell? Like, I don't know. I truly do not know. Pettit was a 4. Maurice Stokes only played 3 years. I just really mess with Maurice Stokes. He probably is the second best. Because, again, like, positionality, like, it was Mikan technically a center. I don't know if he was technically a center or... Anyway, Wilt Chamberlain, overrated. Shout out Bill Russell. It was estimated that because blocks and steals started being counted as stats in the 73-74 season, shout out Elmore Smith for recording, I believe it was 4.9 blocks a game in 1973. Who is Elmore Smith? Kind of irrelevant, but shout out, Elmore's a fun name. But it was estimated that Bill Russell would average, I believe it was 7.5 blocks a game if blocks were a stat while he was playing. Because he never played during the block era. Neither did Wilt, but Wilt was an insane rebounder and scorer. Like, Bill Russell is the best defensive player in the history of the NBA, and it's not remotely close. I'm pretty sure every single year the Celtics won in the 60s, they never had a top 5 offense. And that's with having, like, Sam Jones, JoJo White. I think Hondo was there for the last couple in the 60s. I'm not sure when he came in. But, like, do you know why the Celtics won? People were like, oh, they had so many Hall of Famers. Like, they had a good offense. It was literally never top 5. It's because they had the number 1 defense every single year. And you know why they had the number 1 defense every single year? Because Bill Russell was that good. Bill Russell is like Bob Cousy, Houdini of the Hardwood. Like they had good players, but like I think Bill Russell is responsible single-handedly for more championships than any other player ever. He also has more. Like, granted, like, so, like, I don't know how fair everything that says to say that is, because, like, you know, like, Jordan has 6, like, LeBron has 4, I wanted to say 5, Kobe has 5, but then, no, but Kobe can't be in that same conversation, because, like, Jordan and LeBron were way too centric, and Kobe was really, like, Kobe was mattered for the first 3, but if we're being really honest, like, Kobe was not the best player on 3 of the 5 championship teams he had. Like, shout out Kobe Bryant, by far the number 2 shooting guard of all time. But I just don't like hearing his name in the same breath as Jordan and LeBron, because they're just not in the same tier. Just not in the same tier. Like, he's insane. Like, those last 2 titles, like, 100% him. But, like, I'm pretty sure Kobe kind of struggled, and Shaq won 3 straight Finals MVPs. Shaq is also kind of underappreciated. Not the point. Anyway, let's show other cards. Let me flip through these real quick. Cut above, Ken Griffey. That's fun. Little select. Aaron Judge. Ski right there. I'm going to save that one for the end because I like it. Barry Sanders, 97 insert. Here's a Marshall Falk 99. I thought this card was old when I picked it up, but this is a 2015 Lawrence Taylor. Just kind of cool right there. Quantum Leak Eric Dickerson out of 1,000. Love that. Next, we have two fun X-Fractors. We have the butt fumble himself, the last time the Jets won a playoff game. And then Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Foreshadowing, will Sam Darnold get a second one? I'm happy the Seahawks won. Like, Sam Darnold wasn't that good. It was really just all the defense. Kenneth Walker was insane, but that defense, like, defensive play calling, just insane. Joakim Noah out of 999. But I'm happy they won because Drake May has a bright future, but I just didn't think he was, like, clearly this MVP caliber dude that I know this season he had, but I just think he was playing above his means. And it just kind of showed. It doesn't matter that his offensive line was that bad. He still fumbled the ball I think he set the record for most fumbles in a playoff series. Marvin 98 insert. That's kind of cool right there. We have a Jermaine Dye Bowman base for the PC. We have I got an Ndamukong Suh. This is actually kind of creased. It's all good though. It was basically a throw-in. Two Chandler Jones Chrome rookies. Man, Chandler Jones at one point was kind of on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Then he kind of went crazy for a little bit. Barry Bonds, Fleer Brilliance, that's kind of cool. Canseco. Man, 2000s top stuff I just keep gravitating towards. 99 Collector's Edge Gwyn. I just love picking up Gwyn inserts when I see him cheap. Barry Bonds Victory, just another clean card right there. I believe this is a Alfonso Soriano. It says prospect, but I think this is his second year. Fleer Ultra. And speaking of the 2000s top stuff, there's an Albert Bell and a Larry Walker. I'll do it in not this video. I ripped a box of Series 1 and Series 2 2000 tops. Again, I did think it was 99 or that the Lord of the Diamonds cards were in 2000. But they were 99, which is kind of why I wanted those. They were also cheap. I got them for like $20 less a box than they go for. But those inserts are just gorgeous. And then this is kind of cool. Out of 199, the Depoy future Hall of Famer, Myles Garrett. And speaking of Hall of Famers, Luke Kuechly rookie card. This is sneaky because I just was like, when I bought everything for like $1 a piece, this was one of the cards, and then he got elected to the Hall of Fame after, like, during the purchase. And I think this is now like closer to like a $10 card than a $1 card. But that's sick right there. Another guy that just got elected out of 199. I put in my Drew Brees stash. It's from like the National Convention, but Drew Brees all day. These are okay. This is why this stack is so big. I joined a group break. Probably lost like $60 or something, but took the Dodgers and like a Bowman, the new draft Sapphire mixer, and got literally nothing. Just a bunch of base paper prospects, chrome of these two dudes, Zach Root and Charles Davilan. Then we got not a single Shohei base card, and I think the Dodgers are like the most expensive team in terms of break costs anywhere for Sapphire, and all I got was this Jack Dwyer. That's sad. And maybe this Refractor is a sneaky card. I don't even know. I haven't bothered to look it up. I'll deal with that later, or when I feel like selling stuff. But Charles Davilan, Refractor. And yeah, here we go. Some more Bowman's Best base. We got the blue Gagne. Then we got the Larry Walker, Mike Hampton, and Jim Tomei. Young Jim Tomei base. Ooh. Then we got a 2019 Bryce Harper opening day. Not too many more cards, guys, I promise. Larry Walker. Random Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know why I have this. Refractor from the new Chrome. Then we have some red, white, and blues. Dalton Connect rookie. Then we got AI, KG, Chet Holmgren, and then Rui Hachimura. I know like a lot of this stuff, this like modern stuff is kind of junk wax, but part of me feels like like stuff like this, like it's not gonna be crazy, but I think I could be wrong, but I think stuff like this, like color stuff of legends, like KG, like right now this could be like a 50 cent card all day. I think that because everything, like people only care so much about case hits and all this bullshit in modern cards, that stuff like this AI and KG, they're not. It's not like significantly underrated, but like I think stuff like this, in even like you know, in maybe like 10, 20 years, like I mean, obviously, in the '90s, early 2000s stuff is going to be better, but I just think like base stuff, like I just think stuff like this will eventually all be like $2 or $3 cards. So I don't mind that. That's kind of cool, right there. And we have 4 more cards to show. First one, no longer a bull, thank God. Out of 50, got it for a couple bucks. Nikola Vucevic, pink sparkle shimmer. I don't even know. That's kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Frank Thomas, 2000 Vanguard. Vanguards don't really do a lot, but oh my, they're gorgeous cards. This next one, I paid about what these go for, like $7 or $8, and it's fine. Like I didn't look at the picture, but there is a lot of. It's the '97 Michael Jordan Fleer Ultra, but the edging on the top is brutal. So I probably could have bought a similar one for less or just not bought this card, but the other one is gorgeous, so I don't care. I already have the Jordan, as if you saw my last video of this, so I picked up a couple more from this set. I got a couple more coming in. This is the one I have right now. I paid pretty strong. I paid essentially market price, if not like $1 more than what market is, but this copy looks incredibly clean to me. I don't really know much about centering, but I know the corners and the surface look great, which to me just validates the fact that I paid market price for it. I mean, it's a really cool 90s insert, so I don't mind it. But like I got the Jordan for what it sells for straight up, and it's not in the best condition. But Ntense, David Robinson. Have a couple more of those coming in. That's one of those sets I'm gonna slowly do because I already have the MJ. And yeah, dude, go Seahawks. Shout out Bad Bunny. Great vibes. Honestly, dude, electric Super Bowl halftime show. Super, super fun. Anywho, those are the cards I picked up. I'm sorry, that was like a 25-minute video of me showing mostly cards that no one cares about, but it's my channel, so I'm gonna do what I want. More fun videos coming. I haven't made a video in a while, so I showed like 100 cards in one video instead of showing less in smaller videos. If I was trying to grow my channel and maximize views, like I'm doing a terrible job, but I'm just trying to have fun and chill, and have fun with the collecting community. Go Sox, football season is over, baseball season is on the horizon. There might not be baseball in 2027, so let's enjoy it while we can. At least the Sox are fun bad. As always, bear down, go Seahawks, and that's all I got. Peace out, everybody.